Good morning and welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. I'm Ranj. Today I will be giving you the early prelim picks for UFC Vegas 21, Leon Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad. Okay, let me recap of UFC 250. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time. You guys all know the whole, PO3 on deal and all that, but I just want to recap a score for full transparency. I didn't do very well. I went 7-8. 7-8 overall. Full transparency. Yeah, I didn't do that good. Look, DQ. Aljamain Sterling won by DQ. I had Petrian by decision. Anyway, anything else? Other these Euros Medic, I won that one. Loss. Carlos Olberg, loss. Ugh, gross. One Tim Elliott, Sean Brady. One Askar Askarov, lost. Kai Kara France, lost. Kyler Phillips, lost. Dominic Cruz, lost. Ratchik won. Okay, well, anyway, that was last week. Let's move on. 7-8. Just so you guys know, these picks are free. FREE free. And they always will be if you go around with me. I don't have a Patreon. I don't charge anybody anything. I have zero. You don't even pay me not a nothing. You pay me nothing for free picks on every single fight. My picks and Capper picks that are also free on the internet. Free. All you have to do is, the links are in the description. Click them and you got more free picks. They're free. Okay. Anyway, I just bring this up because yesterday I got banned from a Capper's Patreon. Yeah, I was a low tier $10 a month patron, and I didn't mean to offend the guy. He was like, how come nobody praises me on my videos? He's very braggadocious. I'm not going to say who he is or anything because I don't like to throw shade on people, and I like the guy. He's just very outspoken, goes off topic a lot. He's very braggadocious. And his fade of the week last week was at Kennedy in Inzachwikwi or whatever. And in his Patreon, not on his YouTube, I'm not going to shade him in public, but on his Patreon, which are paying Patreon members, he was complaining that nobody gives him praise. He's always trying to self-promote, always promoting his thing, which is fine. That's whatever. And all he did is one note. I said, well, maybe because your fade of the week, get knocked out Carlos Ulberg. That's all I said. And I think you owe me an apology for that little. I owe you an apology. Yeah, I'm paying you. I know I'm low tier. And he said, you're not worthy. He said, you're not worthy of my Patreon. Are you unreal? Are you believe really? So, hey, I'll save my $10, throw it on somebody else. That is no big deal. It's just if I joined every single Capper's Patreon that I put on my show, I'd be out $1,000 a month. I don't know, I'd be out a lot of money, even if I joined everybody's lowest tier. I don't join people's Patreons. Some I do. I'm not gonna lie, I do. Not his anymore. I'm not gonna tell you his name, but I will give you a clue as to who he is. He came for the crown. All you phonies and clowns need to move around, because I'm going to put you in the dirt and make you look brown. But it's okay, don't frown, because it'll always be around. Well, you know what? He won't always be around, clogging up my email. The guy would put out Patreon posts, I don't know, maybe 5 an hour. And some of them, my email would be the same post would be posted 3 times. Are you kidding me? Open up my email, Patreon, all like 30 posts, all from this one dude. Thank you for banning me from your site, because I don't need that clogging up my. I'll stick with Pearl of Wisdom for hockey picks, and I'll stick with the other cappers. I'm not going to mention their names either, but I have cappers I use for UFC, but I don't put their picks on here because these are free picks off the internet. Sorry to go off with that, but I just thought that was hilarious that he wanted me to apologize to him. Dude, come on. Anyway, let's get right into this. At welterweight, open up the whole card. We got Jason, the Vanilla Gorilla Witt. He is taking on Matthew Matthew Semelsberger, the Jedi. Okay, Jason Witt is 18-6 as a professional. Slight underdog here, plus 109. Matthew Semelsberger, 7-2 as a professional. He's the favorite at minus 129. All right. Jason Witt is coming off a win over Cole Williams via arm triangle. Prior to that, he got ground and pound beat by Takashi Sato. Not bad though. I'm Takashi Sato. I like him. He's good. Matthew Semelsberger, he's coming off a unanimous decision win over Carlton Minus. It's spelled minus, but I've heard Clint and I've heard other people call it Minus. So anyway, also note Matthew Semelsberger, a 3-inch height advantage, 5-inch reach advantage for those who are taking that into consideration. Okay, Jason Witt's fighting out of Gloria MMA. That's James Krause's deal with, like, you know, who else is over there? Tim Elliott, me and Anderson just got boom. just made quick work of by Nunes last week. Everybody knew that was coming. And we got Grant Dawson's also out of Gloria MMA. Matthew Semelsberger, Frederick, Maryland, the Clinch Academy. I have no idea. Maybe I'll ask King of Crackdowns because he's from Washington, D.C. Maybe he knows of the Clinch Academy, but I don't know. And I opened it up and I didn't recognize any. I think there's only 4 fighters out of there or something, or maybe 5. I think 3 of them are amateurs. I couldn't tell you. But anyway, let's see what these cappers have to say about these boys. All right, taking Jason Witt, we've got the professional, doesn't like being called that. I call him that. James Lynch. He keeps, out on his live show. It's at he does his on Mondays. I think he's West Coast. For him, it's like 7 in the morning. For me, it's like 10 or 11. James Lynch goes on live. In his chat, I'm like, hey man, I think you're great. You're top-notch professional. You're a top-notch handicapper and all that. Oh, I'm not. There's so many guys better than me. I don't watch tape. I'm just going by memory and by gut feeling. That's fine, Lynch. That's fine, dude. That's what I do. I don't ever watch tape. I don't have time. That's why it's analysis. You can watch tape. That's great. And you can do analysis. Like Clint had Gianni the Greek on his thing last night, and Gianni he can't. He's like a degenerate gambler. He's like, if I watched every game and everything I bet on, I would have no time. How you gonna? He's like, and he goes, I can't watch tape. He goes, I have to go by analysis and line movement and all the other little markers that gamblers use that are degenerate, gamblers. Anyway, James Lynch is taking Jason Witt. Okay, MMA Guru. That's the one with the knit cap. He's also taken Jason Witt, the Vanilla Gorilla. How come I can't say that? Vanilla Gorilla. Say it 5 times fast. Vanilla Gorilla. Okay. Also, it's your boy, eBay. He does that just for me now. It's your boy, eBay. That's for capper comparisons. He's also saying by decision for Jason Witt. We got the MMA fortune teller. He is also taking Jason Witt. So that's 4 cappers taking Jason Witt. It's not a full capper consensus though, because we have one taking Matthew Semelsberger, and that is UFC Celebrities and Classics. I know you're smiling. I know you're smiling, Vlad. Always smiling. I like it. Vlad from UFC Celebrities and Classics. He's my man. He's my boy. He's the only one taking Matthew Semelsberger in this. I do like Semelsberger's reach, 5-inch reach advantage. I kind of like. I want to lean that way, but I can't. I can't go against the cappers in this because the Vanilla Gorilla, I think he's just, he's the underdog. First we got this, plus money, slight plus money, so value's there. we got 4 of the 5 cappers I watched, taking Witt. Semelsberger, I'm just not, he's a can crusher. Carlton minus, yeah, that's good, but aside from that, I think that was his UFC debut, I do believe. And aside from that, you look at it, he hasn't beaten anybody. Jason Witt, like I said, he has an arm triangle win over that Cole Williams, but he's fought and lost to Takashi Sato, and I like his camp is better, Gloria MMA versus the Lynch Academy. Yeah, I'm taking Witt here. And I think he's going to get it done by decision. However, I don't know. At the same time, I do think this will go under the. It's 2.5, or it's a 3-round fight. If you think it goes a decision, minus 165. That's the books are going there too. We think it's going to stop short and go under, plus 135, little payout. But I'm gonna go with decision. That's a safer bet. But still, I don't know the gas tank of these guys. You know, this is welterweight, 170 pounds. Matthew Semelsberger looks huge for 170. Looks big. And that might also, he might have to suck weight to get that. I don't know. He might have to suck weight. So that might weaken him too. So that's another edge out for Jason Witt, the smaller framed guy. You know. This guy's got 3 inches of height and 5 inches of reach. So that's also a little more weight that you have to I'm going to check again on the weigh-ins. Like what I learned from Gianni last night, man, I should use those guys in this show, but I'm not. I'm going to use them next show. But in Gianni the Greek says he's got 3 models. He's got the pre-weigh-in, like the model he uses before weigh-ins, like right now. The pre-model, the pre-fight, pre-weigh-in model where you're just going, like when you first open up Tapology after the event, that's what I do. After UFC 259, opened up Tapology, look at this on Sunday. Sunday looking at, that's pre-model. That's when you're using your, like, what you already know. Then you have the mid-model research and analysis. That's during the week. And then after weigh-ins, you have the post-model. The model, these 3 models, pre-weigh-in or pre-fight, any of that. Then 2 is the analysis. He was talking like a cokehead. I couldn't keep up with him, but a lot of people in the chat saying Gianni's got good coke. I don't know. Anyway, and then the 3rd model is after weigh-in, of course, and that's my favorite model because that's when you can look at the scales, make your, see if some people are looking weak, or you can make a little, or just watch Clint do it and then take his word for it. Anyway, moving on. Let's go. Sorry to ramble on that one. Next we got the strawweight fight between Jinh Frey and Gloria DePaula. Gloria comes in at 5-2. She's the favorite here. Pretty heavy favorite. Well, not that heavy, but moderate favorite at minus 170. Jinh Frey, the underdog. She has a 9-6 professional record. Underdog at plus 145. Jinh Frey, the Korean American. I should be biased because of that, but I'm not. She's coming off a loss against Luma Lukbun me. No, you Lukbun at me. You Lukbun me? No, you Lukbun me. And then before that, she's back-to-back losses. Before that, she lost to Kay Hansen. My bad. She fights out of Genesis BJJ. That is in River Oaks, Texas. People like Nobody really. Mark De La Rosa is out of there, and so is Victor Reina, who lost to Luis Caci in the Contender Series. Remember him? Anyway, Gloria DePaula, she's fighting out of Brazil. She's coming off a win against Pauline Macias in the Contender Series. That was a unanimous decision. She's fights out of Shootbox Diego Lima, which obviously Diego Lima is the owner and head coach of that place. But they also have, fighting out of that gym, is also Charles Du Bronx Oliveira, Tom Almeida, and the female Mayra Buena Silva, who we all saw get a victory 2 weeks ago. And during that breakdown, I was saying, I guarantee Mayra Bueno Silva is training with Gloria DePaula Lourinho. And I think that is the case still. So, here we go. We're going to start with the favorite. Who's taking the favorite? Okay, we got I'm a fortune teller. The teller. He's saying by decision. He doesn't like to call method a lot, but he did say he's got DePaula by decision. Then we got UFC Celebrities and Classics. Vlad also taking DePaula. The MMA Guru. He's also saying by decision, but this is, female fights, decision is safe play. If you prop out a submission or knockout, you get paid a lot better, but decision. James Lynch also saying by decision. By the way, I joined James Lynch Patreon yesterday. I do think James Lynch is awesome. He does the best interviews, the most interviews, more than anybody on the internet, hands down. There's guys that come close that do a lot, like Vlad. Vlad does a ton of interviews. So does that John Hyun Ko, ton of interviews. But James Lynch, nailing it. And he's like, I'm not a handicapper, I'm an interviewer and journalist. Touche, James Lynch. Touche. Okay, but I still like his picks, regardless. And finally, making this a not full capper consensus, we have it's your boy eBay's fight predictions is taking the Korean American in Jinh Frey. He didn't say the method of victory. I'm sure it's probably a decision. But my take on this is Jinh Frey. Korean American, as am I. I really like Jinh Frey. However, UFC doesn't have an atomweight division for women. Just same as they on the other side. They don't have heavyweight division or light heavyweight for that. And it goes from strawweight to featherweight. That's it. No, nothing higher than 145 pounds, nothing lower than 115 pounds. Jinh Frey, if there was atomweight, which is like 105, she would be a champ, I think, at atomweight. She's great she's not strawweight. That 10 pounds, especially if you're that light, that 10 pounds means so much. So, that because of that, DePaula will be there's there a reach advantage? I didn't write it down, but I think there might be a slight height reach advantage, maybe like 1 or 2 inches, maybe. Don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. But DePaula is the longer, bigger female here, and I think Jinh Frey is gorgeous and all that, but coming off 2 losses. She's on a downward skid. I think she's more atomweight material. I'm going to have to go with Lourinho because of those reasons. And the main reason being she's been training at Shootbox Diego Lima with Mayra Bueno Silva, who had the victory like 2 weeks ago against Mara Borrello, I believe. Mara Borrello. So I think DePaula's got the victory here too. If not decision, I think maybe submission, but might as well go with the decision prop because all the other guys are too, and that's, you know, I don't watch tape. I don't have time. I wish I did. Sometimes I do watch tape if it's something that I'm on the fence about. That's why I do now I got the Saturday I do a live show with Vlad around 10 o'clock in the morning. And that's like after the weigh-in, and if I'm still on the fence, even after the weigh-in, then if I have time, and if not tipsy or anything, on Friday nights, I will go through and watch some tape on the fighters I'm still uncertain about to make my determination, because I'm a gun to head, make your pick type of guy. You know. Moving on. Finally, we've got this bantamweight fight between Jonathan the Dragon Martinez and Dangerous Davey Grant. Okay, Jonathan Martinez comes in with a record of 13-3. Way too big of a favorite at -310. Gross. That is gross. Whoever's picking Martinez better pick the prop, because I will not pay that wide of a line on a victory. He's taking on Davey Grant, fighting out of the UK, fighting out of SBG Manchester with Coach Matt Inman. He's Davey Grant is coming off a knockout of Martin Day, who three of these guys, I can't remember who, but three of these guys say Martin Day is not UFC material. I do know who, but I don't want to be wrong, so I'm not going to mention it. But they're saying Dave Grant that Martin Day, even though it was an impressive victory, Martin Day should not be in the UFC. Jonathan Martinez coming off 2 back-to-back wins. We've got the win against Thomas Almeida. That he goes to Shootbox de Lima. But anyway, he got a unanimous decision win over Thomas Almeida. Then he had a flying knee to ground and pound over Frankie Saenz. Before that, he had a split decision loss to Andre Ewell, and I had picked Jonathan Martinez in that, and I still think that was kind of a robbery. Split decision, though, you can't, it is what it is, you know. I'm not a judge. I don't know the significant strikes and all that landed and all control time. I don't, you know, whatever. But anyway, taking, he's fighting from out of different breed MMA. And there was nobody on that. You open that up on Tapology, there's one female fighter, and she's 0-1-0. So that's it. It's him, it's Jonathan Martinez, the female fighter, and like 2 amateurs, I think. I could be. So, anyway, here we go. Taking the super favorite here, we've got the professional, James Lynch. Then we've got MMA Guru by decision. And then it's your boy, eBay's. And then MMA Fortune Teller. And then finally we've got UFC Celebrities and Classics. Vlad says this fight will not go the distance. Let's take a look. The rounds are set at 2.5, 3-round fight. Over, if it goes the distance, which everybody's thinking, -180. Under, +150. And he's not saying under, but he's saying the fight will not go the distance. I'm going to just write under there, Vlad, because I'm assuming, 2.5. So, that is a full capper consensus. I know this is pretty silly, I've been told, on the Patreon I got banned from, but the full capper consensus, this is a Perlo dance, I stole it. Boom, throwing lucky pearls at all y'all. A full capper consensus is when all the cappers that I have on my show are in agreement that on one side, just, they happen, especially on big favorites like that, wide favorites, 310. So it's a full capital consensus on Jonathan Martinez to beat Dangerous Davey Grant. I don't. The value here is definitely on Grant. He's a BJJ purple, maybe a black belt. No, purple belt. I heard he's, Davey Grant is a BJJ purple belt out of England or out of UK. So I think Jonathan Martinez, he's fighting out of Texas. I'm not sure, but I want to say he's higher than a purple belt. So even though BJJ, like Grant, a lot of these cappers say Grant would have the advantage on the ground. But cats. I have to go with the Dragon. I just been more impressed by Jonathan Martinez. Like I said, Andre Ewell loss, I had him winning. Davey Grant's good. He's not quite as good as Jonathan Martinez, though. I think that line is ridiculously wide, unbelievably wide. So I'm taking Martinez, and I think it's gonna get done TKO, like TKO ground and pound. We'll say second round. If I call the round and method, that'll put that over, make that a positive number. I'm sure of it. I don't know the prop right now, but yeah, there you go. So to recap, time check. I've got Jason Witt winning a unanimous decision victory over Matthew Semelsberger, Semi the Jedi. Then I have Gloria DePaula beating Jinh Frey, and I love Jinh Frey too. She's just in the wrong division. But Gloria DePaula should get that victory. I'm pretty confident with that. And finally, I've got Jonathan Martinez. I think he's going to get it done via TKO. And if that's still not a plus number, I'll say a TKO in the second round. Okay, so there you have it. Gather your info, place those bets, and cash those tickets. I appreciate you watching. Be sure to give me that thumbs up. Like I said, all these picks are forever free. They're free. So give me that thumbs up because of the free picks. Put your comments in. I take them all. I love all the comments, good and bad, whatever. Hit that bell. I'm doing another one tonight after work. This is a pre-work video because I was up doing other crap last night. So, yeah, good luck on these bets, and I will see you next episode.